Alabama football back in action today. They had Monday off, but today they'll be back on the field as they get ready for Western Kentucky at the end of the month. We're going to talk about Ryan Hollywood Williams. Can this guy break camp with Alabama as one of the players that we can rely on early in the season, or is he still developing? What can we expect from a guy that was supposed to be in high school this year and now he's playing football for the Crimson Tide? We're going to talk about that. Alabama, according to the latest poll, AP, number 5. So again, Alabama sitting right there at the number 5 spot, coaches and AP. We'll get into that. And the toughest schedules in college football ranked, and Bama has the 6th hardest schedule to play. We'll talk about what that looks like as well. Like and subscribe. Give us a thumbs up. Let's do it right here on the Bama Tailgate YouTube channel. Roll Tide, everybody. Let's get your day started with a little Bama talk. Tide, everybody. It's Mick Gillespie right here on the Bama Tailgate YouTube channel. Thank you for making us part of your day. Big Sexy Elmo on assignment. He'll be back tomorrow. Nothing's wrong. Just a guy doing his thing. And sometimes it's hard to coordinate these shows because we got so much going on right now. And with kickoff coming less than 3 Saturdays from now, it's try to figure out how to do all of this stuff and find time. But I knew I needed to get on here and we can talk some Alabama football together today. So the show's brought to you by Pearl River Resort. AP yesterday announced their top 25, and there was Bama, same spot they were with the coaches poll at number 5. First time that Alabama has been out of the top 3 in a long time, but they don't have Nick Saban anymore. They also lost a lot of guys in the transfer portal out of that defense. And so there's a lot of really just, I'd say, doubt around college football as to how Kalen DeBoer and this coaching staff are going to be able to tackle. How's the defense going to look? And we've talked about that. The cornerback spots with Terrion Arnold and Kool-Aid McKinstry in the NFL. And then you got transfers coming in, Damani Jackson and Deshaun Jones, one from USC, one from Wake Forest. How are those guys going to slide into the spots? I think that people are pretty comfortable right now with the safety position. They're glad that Bama made it through the weekend without a lot of injuries. That's something that you worry about with scrimmages. Guys get hurt, you lose them. That's not going to help you during the regular season. We're seeing a lot more rotations than maybe used to. I think that's one of the biggest differences now is that we're seeing a lot more of that in each position. And maybe that'll keep Alabama fresh as they practice to get ready for the start of the regular season. But Bama ranked number 5. Everyone chasing Georgia right now, Ohio State, another team that went out and spent over $20 million to upgrade the roster. Are they ready to go out there and take a jump? Another team in the SEC that's behind Alabama is Ole Miss. Are they really ready to be in that upper echelon of teams, and do they really have a chance to win a national championship? So I like this positioning for Alabama. This is like my Dale Earnhardt Sr. positioning, where you're in Talladega and you kind of just waiting back. And when that lane opens up, you make a move. Maybe you spin a guy out and you win the race. And that's what Kalen DeBoer and Alabama are going to try to do. And we'll see what happens. But not surprised at all that Alabama is ranked 5th. Could have been ranked higher, could have been ranked lower, but I think that they're in the right spot with the offense coming back largely intact, a very good offensive line, which we talked about before on here continuously. And our friend Clint Lamb from Cover Crimson, which you guys can sign up for right now, covercrimson.com. I'll say that 3 times and get it right once. But he feels like the pass rush, guys like Tim Smith are going to have big years. And that's an area that could really help the secondary as those guys try to grow in their roles, right? Because that's we've talked about this going into the scrimmage, going into the practice on Sunday, and for the rest of this camp, we're going to be watching the cornerback spot. What can Mincy do something? Are we going to see Mbakwe? Are we going to see Brown? What are these guys going to do to force themselves on the football field? Are they just depth? Are they going to play? Are the transfers going to be ready to go? And I think that's the biggest question mark with, everything else kind of falling into that defensive line, how they get a pass rush on, and can they disrupt the quarterback enough where those guys aren't back there standing around and being taken advantage of, or running around being taken advantage of. So Bama's number 5. The bright side, Jalen Milroe coming back. A lot of people feel like he's going to be a contender for the Heisman. I've even talked to some people that think he's going to win the Heisman straight out. Guy's got a great work ethic. He's going to have stability on the offensive side of the football, which honestly Alabama hasn't had for a long time. I mean, anytime that you say, hey, the guy's been here 3 years, this is his 3rd offensive coordinator, there's no stability. And it just circumstances. Hey, one guy leaves, goes to the NFL, you get another guy, coach retires, I'm bringing my own guy in, but this will be stability. This is going to be stability. This is going to be the time where you're comfortable with, this is who's going to be the coach. We're going to let this guy do his job. He's going to be here. He cares about the offensive side of the football. Talking about the offensive side of the football, I'm hearing a lot of people tell me to keep an eye out for Hollywood Williams. Yeah, he caught a 50-yard touchdown pass from Milroe in the scrimmage. The guy can just catch the football. Still got to get better at running routes. Still got to understand kind of the college game, what it takes to go out there. But people are saying, man, this guy could be an Amari Cooper. This guy could be a Calvin Ridley. How well is he going to adjust to the crispness of running routes? How seriously is he going to take that? You remember Calvin Ridley was a machine at doing that. Amari Cooper, the same way, just took that part of the job so seriously that no one ran better routes than those guys. Plus, they had great hands. And with this wide receiver group, you figure that you'd be really more comfortable having kind of a star guy. Alabama hasn't had a star wide receiver since they won their last national championship, I would say. They had guys that can catch the football, but that last group, actually, when they lost to Georgia, but they kept getting guys hurt, right? And remember at the end of the year, because of injuries, that they didn't have the stars left, and obviously it cost them. So last year, even with the transfer to Texas, I didn't really feel like that guy was. I thought he was emerging maybe as a star, but he disappeared in certain games too. We didn't have those guys like Mechie was. Williams was their last years at Alabama. Obviously the 4 great wide receivers, including Smitty, who won a Heisman. Maybe Ryan Williams is that next guy, and I'm hoping that that's the case. Now, this year it's going to be Jalen Milroe throwing the football. Next year, who knows? Probably Ty Simpson, could be Austin Mack, maybe somebody else. But this guy is one of the future quarterbacks at Alabama, Keon Russell. Yep. And On3 just upgraded him to a 5-star. So 24/7 Sports had already done that. Keon Russell, one of the key pieces of Alabama's recruiting class, upgraded to a 5-star, and he's earned it. I mean, he's going to these camps. He's impressing, able to throw the football. The guy's won. He's been so successful. And everyone in that Duncanville, Texas area knows, like, that is a nationwide powerhouse football team. And he's the quarterback, which makes him one of the leaders of the team. And they've won a couple of championships. Alabama swiped him away from SMU and his stock. And that's one of the reasons you come to Alabama. I mean, let's be honest, is that your profile gets lifted. This guy's profile's gotten better. And right now he's a 5-star. So congratulations to him. And we'll see what happens to this recruiting class, which right now sits at number 2. Guys, hang out with us at Cover Crimson. Obviously, this is my channel, right? Big Elmo and me, we do shows here every day at the Bama Tailgate YouTube channel. When football season starts, you'll be able to watch the Tailgate show on here as well. We'll also have Sunday rollbacks. So, I mean, we got our own stuff, but I'm a part of Cover Crimson, and I'm so excited about it. And I hope that you guys will go and hang out with us there as well. Clint Lamb and I have been great friends for a long time. You know, Jake Coker's part of it. Mike Johnson, the great Mike Johnson. And I don't know how many of you guys remember, but Mike Johnson and I used to team up on radio in Tuscaloosa after Alabama football games for years, you know. So he's also been part of the Tailgate show. So now we're all together at Cover Crimson. And a lot of other really exciting people are there as well. And would love for you guys to join us on the site and hang out with us. I've honestly enjoyed getting to know some other Bama people who are really awesome contributors, including Stacy Blackwood, who does an awesome job. Can't wait to work with Taylor Korn over there. And obviously talk to you guys as well. But it's a message board. There's a lot of content there, and we're building that thing up. So check it out. It's kind of like the meeting place for all of us people that kind of do our own thing, but we want it to kind of work together. It's like that collaboration, you know, when you watch those great Avengers shows. Hey, we got our own movie, but you know what? We're going to do a movie with these guys too. You know, maybe you're not the star of the movie, but you're part of the movie, which is pretty cool. Which I still say Iron Man is my favorite of the characters, although Robert Downey Jr., I guess he's a bad guy now. So anyway, thanks for hanging out. Like and subscribe. Big Elmo will be back on tomorrow. You'll get that from him, but roll tide, everybody. Show's brought to you by Pearl River Resort over in Philadelphia, Mississippi. We've got table games and slots at Silver Star and at Golden Moon Casino. At Golden Moon, there's a sports book. It's a Vegas-style sports book where you can go and wager on games legally. And if you do that there and you spend $50 or more, you can play Dancing Rabbit Golf Course without a membership for $40. You got there, play golf, great golf course. The clubhouse is amazing. It really is an awesome place to hang. I'll be there next Wednesday with Steve Azar, who's one of the great country singers from the state of Mississippi. He's going to be kicking off his Bloody Mary mix. So they said, hey, we need somebody to come try this Bloody Mary mix, hang out with Steve Azar, do a show. I said, I'm in. You don't have to ask me twice. If you're in the area, come by and hang out as well. So thanks for hanging with us here, guys. Roll Tide, and we will talk to you again really soon. Going to be a great day for Alabama. And we'll update everything going on in practice as well.
To Pearl River Resort.